Hello everyone. I'm Charneko, and welcome to the channel. A warrior can survive defeat. What doesn't always survive is his pride. When most people think of GODRICK the Grafted, they see a greedy noble. A man obsessed with power. A coward who steals the strength of others because he was never worthy of his own. But what if that's not the real story? What if GODRICK didn't become a monster because of ambition, but because of a defeat he never truly recovered from? As always, this isn't meant to be the only possible interpretation of the character. Elden Ring leaves many questions unanswered, and that's part of what makes its world so compelling. My goal isn't to establish an absolute truth, but to share my own perspective and invite you to discuss it in the comments. GODRICK belongs to the golden lineage. He wasn't a peasant who rose to nobility. He wasn't a mercenary who became a king. He was descended from the bloodline of Marika and Godfrey, though far removed from the main branch. And perhaps that's where his first curse began. Imagine growing up hearing stories about the first Elden Lord. His wars. His conquests. The impossible strength of Godfrey. How does a man measure himself when his entire family is made up of legends? Perhaps that shadow was always hanging over him. But a shadow alone doesn't break a man. What breaks him is what happens after he finally falls. During the shattering, GODRICK faced Malenia. We don't know how long the battle lasted. We don't know whether he truly believed he could win. All we know is how it ended. He didn't die fighting. He didn't fall with honor. He ended up on his knees, begging for his life before the very woman he had challenged. And for a warrior, there may be no greater humiliation. But the humiliation didn't end there. Later, when Leyndell was no longer safe for him, GODRICK escaped by disguising himself among the women to save his own life. He survived. Yes. But at what cost? For anyone, that would be a devastating experience. For a descendant of the golden lineage, it may have meant the complete destruction of his identity. Many of us might have thought the same thing. Maybe I should have died that day. Because some wounds don't cut through flesh. They cut through the very person we believe ourselves to be. And this is where the real GODRICK is born. Not the noble. Not the Lord of Stormvale. But the grafted. Many people see grafting as nothing more than ambition. I think it may be something far more tragic. GODRICK no longer trusts his own body. That body lost. That body fell to its knees. That body ran away. So he decides to replace it. Not to train it. Not to strengthen it. To replace it. Every arm torn away. Every leg stitched on. Every warrior sacrificed. Each one is a silent confession. My own limbs failed me. I need someone else's. He isn't simply trying to become stronger. He's trying to make sure he never feels weak again. And then the dragon finally makes sense. When GODRICK cuts off the dragon's head and grafts it onto his arm, he isn't simply showing off his power. He's doing the only thing he knows how to do. Taking a strength he believes he could never earn on his own. He doesn't defeat the dragon. He doesn't form a bond with it. He doesn't deserve its power. He forces it to become part of him. Just as he has done with everything else. That also explains his obsession with Godfrey. Many people think he simply wants to resemble the greatest hero of the golden lineage. I believe it's something much deeper. Godfrey represents everything GODRICK believes he lost forever. His dignity. His resolve. His unbreakable will. In GODRICK's mind, Godfrey would never have begged. He would never have fled. He would never have allowed anyone to see him broken. That is why GODRICK idolizes him. Not because he wants Godfrey's strength. But because he desperately wants to stop being the man he became on the day he faced Malenia. Perhaps that's why Godric never tries to redeem himself. He never challenges Mjolnir again. He never attempts to reclaim his honor through his own merit. Instead, he chooses the shortcut. Because traumatized people rarely believe they can rebuild themselves. Instead, they try to become someone else. And that's exactly what Godric does. Piece by piece. Arm by arm. Corpse after corpse. Until almost nothing remains of the man he once was. Maybe that's why, when we finally arrive at Stormvale Castle, we are no longer fighting a king. We're not even fighting a warrior. We're fighting a man who died long before we ever crossed the gates of his castle. The only thing still alive is his fear. And perhaps that is Godric's greatest tragedy. Not that he lost to Mjolnir, but that he never found the strength to rise after that defeat. Because some battles end when the sword falls. And others continue to be fought within the soul until the day we die.